Hello and welcome, I am Alexander Oltner, the game director for CK3. Today we will be talking about Landless play and adventurers. The reason that we honed in on Landless play is that it opens up so much potential for the future. For now we can represent adventurers roaming the map in search of glory, and families within Byzantium that still hold immense political clout despite not necessarily being governors at the point. But in the future we can do so much more. We can do anything. For as long as I have worked on Crusader Kings, which is 10 years or so, I have wanted to introduce a system of adventurers. I have wanted to roam the map and observe it as a third party and be the kingmaker when I feel like I need to upset the balance and simply roam and enjoy the world as it evolves over hundreds of years. So there are plenty of historical adventures to choose from. But you can also design your own adventure anywhere in the world that you like. We know that sometimes it can feel bad to replace a historical ruler with your own, but you really want to have your character in the world. And starting as an adventurer allows you to have your character part of the world without replacing anyone else. So prestige levels really gate what you can do as an adventurer, and they unlock purchasing land at various degrees from counties to duchies, CBs ranging from taking a county to taking a kingdom, and even a specific scheme called Sea's Realm, which is only available to the very top-tier adventurers who really made a name for themselves. Something you might not be used to is how scarce it is to actually have courtiers, which we call followers for adventurers. These characters are necessary. They are needed to complete certain contracts, to fill your officer positions. Depending on their opinion with you, they will have a temperament. Your camp will either be calm or uproarious, and this will convey bonuses or penalties to you. So you really want to keep everyone happy. When you're an adventurer and want to build up a military force, you start out very weak. You have to upgrade your camp to get new slots for man-at-arms, and they do not reinforce as you would expect, because adventurers have no gold income, therefore they do not pay a passive expense. Instead, to reinforce your troops, you have to do so manually by paying provisions or gold to recruit locals to bolster your ranks. So provisions limit what you can do in a way that feels immersive. You cannot travel forever because you do not have a home to pull resources from. When you want to move your camp, you have to spend provisions. And provisions you purchase from visiting settlements, from hunting or foraging, for example. So when you move too far, you might run out of provisions. And that's when your camp followers will start to get a little bit uproarious. They will demand food. You can stay. Standing still without provisions isn't a penalty. Then your people are out and foraging and scrounging together what they can get. But if you want to either move or reinforce your soldiers, you have to gather more provisions. We wanted adventurers to feel more close to the province they are in. So we are allowing you to visit the settlement, if there is one, wherever your camp is located. And you can do things that a king maybe wouldn't normally do. Go and have a beer at the tavern, train with the local garrison, or just recruit random people that might not be of note to anyone except that you, as the wise captain you are, can see the potential in this wanderer with a significant score to intrigue, for example. So while we want it to be hard for an adventurer to gain land, there is an exception to this, and that is legitimists. If you are deposed and you have a significant claim, you will be able to adopt the legitimist camp purpose. What does this mean? Well, becoming a legitimist is not something anyone can do. It unlocks a powerful path where contracts will spawn from people who want to support you. As an adventurer, what you will spend most of your time doing is contracts. Contracts come in two main flavors. Reactive, things that happen on the map, where you can see that there's an opportunity to join in and help a faction win, for example. A faction that spawned, an independence faction, and you want to see them succeed and get paid at the same time. The other type of contract is more of an opportunity. It could be a ruler wanting to conquer his neighbor because he has a claim, but he's too weak to do it, so he would like you to come there and offer your support. And there's many, many different contracts. For example, if you have adopted a scholarly camp purpose, it's more likely that someone might ask you to come and educate their children, while if you have a mercenary style of camp, they might want you to come and train their commanders. If you decide to pursue the path of the gallows bait, you will get paid more gold and more provisions than usual. But if you engage in this style of banditry, where you poach on people's lands or you steal to get what you need, then people will be less inclined to, for example, sell you land. It's a trade-off. Many things that you might want to pursue get locked off, but of course, you can pay penance. You have a lot of freedom and choice in how you want to play an adventurer. You can stay within a small area, only traveling lightly across one border to another, for example, working for the different Spanish kings. Or you can travel across the wide world in order to find opportunities where they are the most rife. We hope you enjoyed this breakdown on Landless Adventurers. Roads to Power is coming out on September 24th on Steam and Microsoft.